Well, what I like about calligraphy is that it's the art of writing. But then what I also like about graffiti is the rawness, the boldness, the size, you know. So it's about bombing. That's graffiti, you know, bombing, doing more, doing big, you know. But then also the refined, the calligraphy side of it. It's those two things, and that's, I guess, what I found is that it's always these opposites, or this contrast between opposites that makes it interesting. And yeah, it can be boldness and refinedness, or can be order and chaos. All these things, they somehow, I have a feeling that's where the answer is, or that's where I have to go. The thing with the strokes, yeah, I guess that's the basic thing of writing, or it is how your stroke. I mean, there's a couple of different strokes in every letter, but one stroke really that just keeps coming back, and it's kind of the basis of a lot of letters and a lot of words. And the fact that they try, for the human eye, your brain tries to make them all the same, but you know that they can't be all the same because they're done by hand. So you start looking at the details, where the differences are, and that's what I want people to do. I want people to see the tiny differences, and that, you know, one is better shaped than the other one. Just like, yeah, I don't know. It's like looking for the perfect stroke, you know, the perfect one, and I've gotten close, but not yet. Not the perfect one. And I hope I'll never find it. I'm pretty sure I'll never find it, because that's the whole game. Well, calligraphy is all about where is it thin and where is it thick. So if you use a flat brush, you know, if you go that direction, it's thin. If you go that direction, it's thick. So when I was looking for huge flat brushes, you know, I ended up buying brooms. So I have a huge broom collection, which we take with us around the world in a big golf bag. Flew to Newcastle, stayed in Durham to visited the exhibition where they had the book. For me, it was interesting to make a connection between medieval monks and graffiti, because it's something that I've been playing with for a while. That maybe the monks in those times were the graffiti writers of their age, and maybe the scribes, if they would live now, they would probably not write books, but maybe go on the street and do their crazy lettering and playing around with words, and because there's really a lot of creativity in it. And when I was reading about it, I realized that the whole book was done by one, almost all of it is done by one guy, Idfrith. And I thought maybe, you know, to focus more on him than on the book. You know, thinking about who he could have been or must have been, or what life must have been like. You know, I mean, those monks were traveling from, I don't know, have you ever walked to Rome? You know, it must be pretty special, and back. And yeah, I guess, you know, if we go from monastery to monastery, and you talk about the books and how you influence each other, I guess. You share techniques about making ink and stuff like that. That's also similar to the graffiti. But going back on Eatfrith, yeah, of course I don't really know what life was like. You know, we only imagine, you know, walking around in old castles or ruins, like how it must have been. But just the dedication to work on a book for 10 years or so, or 12 years. I see a certain passion and dedication that the monks must have had in those days. I sort of translate that to the dedication that the graffiti writers have to just still go out, do trains, paint walls, do illegal things, risk getting caught, and you know, I mean, you're not getting paid. So you're doing it for the cause, and maybe those monks were doing it for their cause. So I see a lot of connections. So to kind of get me going, the organization asked the writer of the book about the book, Richard Gameson. He's like the authority on the Lindisfarne Gospels. To translate a couple of things that are in the book that people would know, people would recognize, because it's written in Latin, and all like the beautiful like letter connections and illustrated letters. That's all in Latin. Yeah, he kind of sent me a couple of texts in Latin, in English, and in Old English. But I guess I kind of went for the Latin because that was the original version of the book. So in the beginning was the word. It's in principio erat verbum. It's something that you keep seeing. So, and for me that was, you know, in the beginning things started with a word for me as well. But the word was shoe. You know, I mean, I've had that name as a graffiti name since I was 11 or so. And words play around with the word a lot. So in the beginning there was the word, that appealed to me. And there's the wall in Woodhorn where the word verbum just keeps going and then transforms, and then the first into the word veritas, which starts with the V or U. You know, I called that the word versus the truth. I mean, it's called the Lindisfarne Gospels, and the word gospel just sounds so religious. So I had to point out that I'm not doing this, as a religious thing. Which was funny actually, because in Durham, I was doing this big wall. I did the name of the monk who actually wrote it, Eatfrith or Eatfrith. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but so I kind of made it as if he would be a graffiti writer and then do a piece with this name. I mean, it's a pretty cool name, Eatfrith. You know, it could be a graffiti name. You know, straight out of Lindisfarne. You know, he's down with the Latin crew and stuff like that. It's kind of a joke, but yeah. You know, so people were looking at it and they seemed to really like it. What am I trying to accomplish? It's kind of a trick question. I'm not really trying to accomplish anything. It's just that I feel I have something here, and you know, the thing is, if you want to be really good at something, you want to be the best in the whole world of one particular thing, then you better invent that thing, and then you'll be the only one doing it, so you'll be the best one doing it. That's, I guess, also the reason why I like to keep changing, keep evolving, and doing new stuff. To tickle the imagination, that's what I'm interested in. I'm coming from a writing background. So for me, writing is becoming painting. yeah, so that's basically where I'm at now, and hopefully I'll have a different story in a few years. I'm Niels Meulman, also known as Shoe, or Niels Shoe Meulman. I'm an artist. I paint.
Are we done?
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.